Hello everyone, and welcome to the International Pepper Community webinar series 2022. 2022 marks the 50th anniversary of IPC. For the past 50 years, the community has grown from strength to strength and has brought solutions to growers, processors, traders, and consumers. If you have noticed, today is a very special date. It is 2/22/22. And numerologists state that this is a very special date. It's an angel's date. It comes once in a lifetime. Astrologers say that this is a day that brings special energy to connect. And with this note, I would like to invite our Executive Director, Ms. Firna Mazuki, to please present the welcome address. Over to you, madam.
Thank you, Mr. Jaswinder, our moderator for the IPC Webinar Series 1 to 2022. Ms. Laura Shumo, Executive Director, American Spice Trade Association, ASTA. Mr. Rao, Vice President Operation, Griffith Foods Incorporated. My dearest international pepper community family, and ladies and gentlemen, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and a very good evening from Jakarta, natural beauty of the metropolitan city. On behalf of the International Pepper Community Secretariat, it is with great honor that I welcome you to the first series of IPC webinar for 2022 with the theme Sustainability of the Paper Industry, Aligning with the New Normal. I would like to sincerely express my utmost gratitude and appreciation to all of you for having spent time from your busy schedule to participate in the IPC webinar. Before I proceed, please allow me to introduce myself briefly. My name is Firna Azura Eka Putri Marzuki from Malaysia, the new Executive Director of the International Pepper Community. I've been appointed in May, replacing my successor, Ms. Huong Thi from Vietnam, which is based on 3 years rotation basis. Before joining IPC, I was with the Ministry of Plantation Industries and Commodities, Malaysia, and I've been involved with the development of the global pepper industry in general and pepper industry in Malaysia, specifically during my service as the government official. Today, we are meeting in a virtual posture or digital platform in light of the COVID-19 pandemic we face as a global community. The latest variant Omicron possessing a higher risk of reinfection and has led to resurgence of increased infection cases in many countries and has been reported from at least 23 countries, with most cases reported from the Africa and Europe country. Needless to say, this pandemic has significantly changed everything: the way we live, the way we socialize, and the way we work. It is very encouraging to see how, even in the midst of these challenging times during the pandemic, we are here meeting virtually to discuss and share insights on the development of the global pepper industry. Ladies and gentlemen, 2022 is set to be another challenging, encouraging, and exciting year for the pepper industry despite the global pandemic. With the pandemic came lockdowns, travel bans, and quarantine. These have been affected the pepper industry as much as it has any other sectors. Inflation putting pressure on cost of pepper farming, rising freight rates, and inability to provide farm extension have impacted the industry adversely. Not just the pandemic, but other issues such as climate change, stringent regulations for pepper trade, and price volatility are some of the key challenges we are facing today in the pepper industry. In this regard, the first series of IPC webinar therefore was designed with the theme Sustainability of the Pepper Industry, Aligning with the New Normal. Today, we have invited distinguished speakers to briefly talk about various challenges and mitigation options that are available for the pepper industry. To kick off the session later, we have Mr. Rao, Vice President of Terova Foods, a subsidiary of the Griffith Foods Incorporated, who will be speaking on the supply chain aspects of the business. After that, we have Ms. Laura Shumo, the Executive Director of the American Spice Trade Association, or ASTA, will take us through the new regulations for the paper trade in the United States. After that, the global supply and demand will be presented by Mr. Jaswinder, our consultant and economist for IPC. And finally, I'll be speaking latest development, issues and challenges, opportunities, and way forward for the pepper industry. At the end of the presentations, there will be a Q&A session and a panel discussion as well. Ladies and gentlemen, as mentioned by Jaswinda earlier, this year marks 50th anniversary of the establishment of IPC. The IPC is committed to ensure that the global pepper industry will remain sustainable and competitive. This is in particular in its role in promoting and coordinating the development of pepper industry, which are much needed as we shift gears in the battle against COVID-19. With countries beginning to ease restrictions and reopen most of the economic sectors towards ensuring the sustainable development of the industry and the welfare of the pepper smallholders. We look forward to working on the many initiatives to deliver the best for IPC and the industry. Depending on the global scenario, we look forward to reviving the pepper industry by first half of 2022. And in the interim, the focus will be more on post-pandemic plan for the pepper industry in ensuring its sustainability. There are three main pillars for the recovery of the pepper industry and creative economy, namely innovation, adaptation, and collaboration. As a great nation, we need to collaborate with others, and we should not enjoy too much on competition, and we should not forget innovation by utilizing digital technology and adapt amid the pandemic by putting forward the health protocol strictly and well-controlled manner. We will work together with all IPC member countries and pepper stakeholders to provide work plan or strategies on how to tackle the farmer needs in the post-COVID-19 phase, how the industry stays agile beyond this crisis, and how to ensure the sustainability of the pepper industry in the long run in order to ensure the pepper smallholders to maintain their existing farms and increase the incomes. Ladies and gentlemen, last but not least, as much as we are all aware, the COVID-19 pandemic is a global shock like no other, involving real-time disruptions to both supply and demands in an interconnected world economy, including the pepper industry. And I always believe that two heads are better than one. And as such, it is with our high hope that all pepper industry stakeholders will work together hand in hand and strengthen our networking and cooperation for the betterment of the pepper industry, particularly during these trying times. Once again, on behalf of the IPC Secretariat, I would like to sincerely express my utmost gratitude and appreciation to all of you, especially to our distinguished speakers, Ms. Laura and Mr. Rao, having spent time from your busy schedule to participate and contribute to the first series of IPC webinar for this year. I would also like to take this opportunity to thank AIM Energy Saving Technology Limited, a pepper drying machine manufacturer from Guangdong, China, as our main sponsor for the first series of IPC webinar. On that note, I wish all of you a very productive and informative webinar. Thank you. Back to you, Jaswinder.